Welcome to another episode of Home Coffee Brewing with April. My name is Patrick Rolf and I'm in Copenhagen. It's a little bit rainy. We're right after World of Coffee. It's a bit noisy in the background, but the video you're about to see is the final video from Kyoto, or from Japan, actually more specifically from Kobe. So we did a series of different videos in Japan, and it was some of the most interesting homebrewing videos I've done to date. And we kind of saved the best for last. In this video, I'm meeting up with Hitomi that has a really large collection of April brewers and also used April brewers in the Japanese Brewers Cup. So please come with me and enjoy this final video from Japan. So we're back with our very last video for this time in Japan. We've mainly been spending time in Kyoto, but now we're actually right outside of Osaka, a little bit closer to Kobe. And we're about to brew some coffee. What? Yes. Maybe we start with which coffee you want to brew today.
I choose it in the coffee farm from Costa Rica.
Oh.
I'm familiar with this coffee because it's run by Japanese, so yes. I can choose it.
So it's actually a farm in Costa Rica that is kind of owned and operated by Japanese, right? So as you explained before on the train, there's quite a lot of coffee competitors that are using this coffee, right? And you have competed with it yourself before?
Before.
Have you used this in competition as well? When you competed in Brewers Cup?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Only I tried Brewers Cup.
Yeah. So part of how we met initially was that you actually competed and did really well in the Japanese Brewers Cup.
Yes.
Right? And I saw photos of you using the April Brewers, right? And then we have done some pop-ups here in Japan, and then we met again last time when we was in Osaka. We were brewing at the Hankyu department stores here. So we kind of met a few times ish. Or you should be using the April Brewers for a very long time. And you actually, which I explained to you before, you actually are the one in the world with all of them.
Yes.
So you have the ceramic, the plastic, the glass, and the wood brewer, which actually no one else has, which is quite exciting. Yeah. This coffee here is that roasted by Tauka?
Roasted by Tauka Coffee. It's roasted in Kobe, Japan.
Mm-hmm. Very good. What is the flavor notes we kind of expect to get from the coffee, or like the taste?
So it says mandarin orange, pink grapefruit.
Pink grapefruit.
White tea and brown sugar.
Light and brown sugar. Okay. It's actually written in Japanese, so I can't actually read it myself. So I need some help. Okay, super. Let's show us how you're brewing it.
Today I choose plastic brewer, and today I will use a match filter cold roaster. From
Sibarist. You're actually the second one in these videos in like this time in Japan that is using it.
Oh,
yeah. So we've seen it before here as well, which is kind of interesting. I'm kind of curious because you have glass, ceramic, and the wood brewer. What made you choose the plastic for this kind of specific coffee?
Yes, when I use ceramic and glass, it makes coffee more get sweeter. And get more viscosity. So, and plastic and wood, it allows me to get bright acidity.
Okay.
And so the wood one is makes more round texture, and the plastic one is characteristic for me.
Okay.
So
you get a little bit more of maybe the flavor notes in the coffee, right?
Yes.
So this is, would it be fair to say that this is kind of a bit more of a sweeter coffee? And then that pairs better with a brewer that makes it a bit more acidic or vibrant?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And you would say that the plastic and wood are kind of similar, and then that the glass and the ceramic is kind of similar?
I think the sweetest cup makes by ceramic, and the best bright acidity
is in the plastic.
Yes, and
okay.
The glass is between ceramic and plastic, I think, and yes, and the wood is most bright for me. More bright acidity and more clean.
Okay. Interesting. Great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
What kind of ratio are we going to use today with coffee and water?
Today I use 15 grams of coffee and 210 grams of hot
210.
water.
Okay. Yeah.
So I prepare hot water. Okay.
Okay. Oh. And is this a bottled water then, or something you made yourself, or something you bought from like the supermarket, for example?
Usually I get this by online Amazon.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's my favorite. So this water hardness is 0.2.
Okay.
Yeah. So
very, very soft.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Among Japanese competitor of brewers cup, it's popular.
Okay. So a lot of people use this in the brewers cup. Okay, interesting. Would you ever try to brew with the tap water here?
Yes.
Oh, so it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So tap water cause to me taste more dark, bit bitter.
Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
And then this is a bit thinner. Okay. Can I have a quick look? Okay. So natural soft water. World Heritage Shirakami Sanchi.
Yes.
Made in Aomori, Japan. Okay, interesting. pH of 6.6. Wow. Yes. Okay. So very, very soft. I think one of like the softer waters that I've been working with as well. Okay, interesting. Do you have two different waters?
Yes, it's today. I am gonna use for just the rinse.
Okay. So this is for brewing?
Yes.
And then that's for rinsing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I use shirakami for rinse, the first impression of coffee is a bit peppery.
Okay. So that water actually doesn't rinse properly, kind of.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. I don't think I've actually met someone. We never met someone in the series that is using two different waters for. I've heard about it like brewing wise, of course, but not actually for rinsing. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
What made you discover that this water wasn't good for rinsing? Like, how do you know? Was it a lot of testing or?
Yes, I love the testing. Okay. And so when I smell aroma, the peppery or why?
Sure.
So I quite a lot. I experiment.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So worth actually testing maybe a different water for the rinsing of the paper filter. Yeah. Okay. So I saw you had a grinder here.
Yeah.
But it feels like you have pre-grounded this coffee.
Yes. Yeah. So last night I ground by Commandante 28 clicks.
28 clicks, yeah, okay. And pre-grinding, is that something you've been trying for a long time?
So recently, I got beans. I am doing many recipe, and at last, I try to get no difference grind time.
Okay.
So also in past 3 months, I am trying.
You're trying, okay. And so far, do you feel that it's tasting better?
Yes, definitely better.
Interesting. Yeah. How old from roast is this coffee before you grind it?
Well, it was roasted April 29th.
April 29th,
So,
okay.
yeah.
So kind of fresh.
Yes,
Yeah.
around 9 days ago.
Yeah, okay. Is that usually your target to brew or?
I already able over 7 days to from 7 days to 20 days usually.
Yeah, okay. So first up is rinsing, and now you have the Sibarist in the bottom there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you feel is the main difference between using the mesh filter versus not using it?
Yes. At first, according to official website, the booster increases contact point under the bed, so it makes coffee extract no channeling.
Okay.
So and I think it gives me more brighter and increase taste of volume of taste.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
I
Yeah. So you just only recently started to taste coffees with this just because homebrewers have been using it, right? So I said that in the last video as well. I'm kind of curious to go back home to Copenhagen and start trying it as well. So 92. So this is the water you're gonna rinse with is warmer.
Yes.
Okay.
92 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. Okay. So step one, we're rinsing, right?
Yes.
Oh. So then you're rinsing with hot water. Okay. So we're rinsing with basically 98 degrees Celsius here, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pressing it down, which also makes a lot of sense. So when you rinse these filters, you want to push them down with your fingers first. And then you actually weigh the water you're rinsing with.
Yes.
Yeah. So 100 grams of water, pretty much. What's the main reason for weighing the water?
Before I experimented to get no difference water amount, and so it depends on people, but over 100 grams is get more clean.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
So, but I don't do it all kind of paper yet.
Sure.
Yeah. But,
Okay.
So I choose 100 grams so far. So.
It's also something we do when we compete in coffee because you want that consistency in between several different brews. So if you are brewing, let's say 3 cups of coffee and you want them to taste the same, you definitely want to make sure to rinse the paper filter with the same amount of water every time, right? Cool, so brew on top. So 50, quite aromatic coffee, quite intense. Yeah, very intense actually, I want to say.
So the variety of geisha processing is honey anaerobic.
Honey anaerobic, yeah, you really get that kind of slight fermenty sensation to it.
Yeah, and let's brew.
Let's go for it.
At first, I'm gonna pour 90. And
so quite like aggressive circle pour.
Yes, all time.
And quite far out as well.
Okay. Interval is 45 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pour 3 times, 70, 70, 70.
Okay. So same amount pretty much. Yeah.
And the total brew time is around 2:30. And the water temperature is 92 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And at the last pour, I use drip assist.
Okay. What's the main? Why? Or what's the reason for that?
It makes me no agitation.
Okay. Yeah. So first 2 pours, kind of aggressive agitation, and then the last pour here, as little agitation as possible. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and in the center and outside. Okay. And so it's pretty clear that she's been competing before because she's hitting all the pours the way you should do, which is good.
Thank you.
Why did you? Because you started now in the center and then you poured out.
The center allows me to get more concentrate.
Okay.
And outside is a bit low tedious.
Yeah.
Only center pour.
Okay. Interesting. And about 250. Pretty much perfect brew time also. So it feels like you've done this before a few times.
Okay.
So you're able to... Did you allow for all the water to go through, or do you still have... Oh, okay. And I noticed that basically in between every pour, you let all the water go through the coffee. So the coffee bed is completely exposed.
It depends on beans.
Okay.
Yes, but always I choose until 2:30.
Okay. Always 2:30. Always.
Usually.
Okay. So 2:30 total brew time. That's what we're looking for, right? Interesting.
Here you go.
So I think that the brew itself smells a lot cleaner than the grounds did, right? Because that grounds was quite kind of aromatic, a little bit cacao-y, funky-ish. This feels a bit cleaner, I think. What do you smell?
Oh, it's a bit floral and stores and slightly tropical fruits flavor aroma.
Yeah.
I feel.
That kind of lychee sensation, like you said before as well. This definitely has something. I think the second it cools down a little bit. Just gonna take another sniff. It's this kind of yellow, white, brown sensation to it. There's something very floral, which is very nice.
Yes.
I don't think I've actually tried this coffee before, so I'm quite interested. Hacienda Coffee. Do you know what's the region?
The region is
Tarasu.
Tarasu region.
Tarasu. Oh. Tarasu is basically the highest elevation in
So
Costa Rica.
This farm, this area is 2,100 meters.
Oh, so very high.
Sea level.
Yeah. And this coffee must then also have been harvested 2 years ago, almost. Or last year, right? So beginning of 2023.
Yes.
I would say, yeah. So it's quite very aromatic for being a bit older, which is very nice. Let's try it. So Tauka, other local Japanese roaster. We're seeing a lot of like local Japanese roasters in this area now, which is really cool. Huh. Patent pending coffee adventure. Koska Brew House. Oh, Japanese? No.
I heard
Maybe
it
not.
made by Korea.
Ah, Korean. Okay. And two different ones.
Yeah. There you are.
Thank you.
After making coffee, I am trying any cup.
Yeah, sure. To find the right cup.
Yes.
But your favorite cups now is these?
Yes.
So glass. Oh. It's a very, very distinct kind of white floral.
Yes.
I think that is really, really clear. Also very sweet, clearly. You can smell that in the aroma, right? What do you think?
It's super clean.
It is super clean.
And this whiteness is like sugar cane candy.
Definitely. I get that.
And so the acidity is like slightly pink grapefruits and white grape.
Yep. Yep. Tiny bit tart, maybe. A little bit.
Oh yeah.
So a little bit like white grape skin sensation
yes,
to it. But very clean, very well defined. Or definition in the cup is very clear, right? Which is nice.
Yes. So yesterday I brewed it. So I use it for reducing impression of sugar grape skin.
Very nice. Go for it.
Oh, thank you very
We have a
much.
guest as well. We're gonna make sure that everyone gets to taste. Very sweet, very nice texture to it as well, right?
which I really enjoy. Also very kind of, it stays, this very kind of long-lasting aftertaste to it. Almost like a honey-like sensation, right? Which is very nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very sweet.
Also the back.
Yeah. Kind of like white rubber almost. I feel the tropical fruits flavor.
Mm.
Yeah.
A lot, right? For sure. Very interesting.
Like a very soft flavor.
Mm.
And
I always ask, if you were to brew this again, would you try to make any changes, or would you keep it the same?
okay. So I would like to try 27 creeks.
Okay, so a little bit finer
Yeah.
to make it a bit stronger. Okay.
I forgot measuring TDS.
Do you know roughly what TDS you would aim for?
Sorry, you mean?
Well, what kind of target TDS would you have? Like 1.3, 1.4,
from
1.2?
1.2 to 1.3.
Yeah. Okay. Same here. We also appreciate when it's a little bit kind of lighter in the structure as well. Yeah. Super. I think that's a great place to kind of wrap it up. To give you a little bit of a summary here, we had 15 grams of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. To 200.
110 grams of water.
Yeah. And then we were pouring 2 first pours, quite aggressive
Yes.
circle pours.
Yeah.
And then the last pour, you used the drip assist, right? And the reason for that was...
So the drip assist reduce agitation, so the taste gets more clean.
Oh,
So the aftertaste improve.
yeah. It gets a little bit cleaner and softer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You always use brew time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah. Very clean kind of spring water at lower temperature, around 92.
92.
And you were actually rinsing with a different
Yes.
water, right? Yeah, okay. Super interesting. And pre-grinding. So we
Yes,
grinded this actually yesterday, right? Yeah, super. Thank you so much for letting us come here.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it. I think for all of you for watching as per always. Make sure you comment on the recipe, share if you've used it. We've seen several kind of new things here now, both with the Sibarist kind of mesh filter and also the drip assist. Maybe you have some of the other brewers as well, and you kind of want to share how you're using that. It's always really helpful when you subscribe and comment and all of this, right? So with that, we just want to say thank you again.
Yeah.
And thank you to you guys, and have a good day.
We want to give a special thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. It's because of you that we are able to continue to make these videos. And we want you all to feel free to always come with suggestions and ideas on the content that you want to see, because we are doing this for you and because of you. Thank you from all of us here at April.